Hey there YouTube, Mr.Lubufu, and I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do a full and complete conspiracy set analysis in one go, in one take, because it is late and I don't have time to do multiple parts and wait for them to upload and everything. So this is going to be a long video. I apologize for it. I'm going to see what I'm going to do about it. But here we go. We have, starting with white, Johnny Sunstriker. Card I love. 2/2 lifelink. Very cool. Apex Heart Hawks. Hey, it's okay. It can really get out of hand. Frog is representative. I love the design on this card. It's the only card that really offers this sort of thing. I would love to draft like 3 or 4 of them and watch people cry and like, oh, I get to vote for whatever I want. Mwahaha. Council Guardian Spine's a good finisher. Council's Judgment feels like Vindicate in 2-player. Vindicate that doesn't hit lands in 2-player games, and in here it seems like a total bomb. I don't like Courier Hawk at all. This card seems like a lot of fun. Basically, you get X spirits, where X is the number of creatures around. Custody Squire is already a 5-mana 3/3 flyer, which that is by itself fine. And then you can get at least one permanent back if you're able to not have people hate you. Doom Traveler, solid 1-drop, Glimmer Point Stag, good uncommon. I love that card. I don't like Guardian Zendikon or Intangible Virtue in this format. I mean, if you get like 3 of them, then it's cool. Like, they sort of have this token theme running around. Korchan can be a total blowout and limited. Same with, or like this is, I'm talking limited because it's conspiracy. Korchan, moment of heroism, a lot of very powerful combat tricks. I don't like Noble Templar that much, even though he does plain cycle. Pillarfield Ox is here as obligatory Pillarfield Ox. I don't like Pride Guardian. Pristine Angel is a mythic for a reason because it is a total bomb. Much like Rhea Dawnbringer, even though she costs 9, the format seems really, really, really slow for 4-player multiplayer. So be wary of the Rhea Dawnbringer player. I don't like Rousing of Souls that much because it's like 3 mana, maybe the first half of Lingering Souls, which is not that good. Route, very powerful. Silvertrace Fox is also quite good because there's a lot of enchantments. Soulcatcher can get out of hand really fast, so I like it. I don't like Stay Off as much. Swords of Plowshares is obviously insane. Unquestioned Authority is one of those cards that I always take in a friend's cube, and it can get really, I mean, it cantrips already, and protection from creatures can be really relevant. Valor Made Real, I don't like it all. Vow of Duty can be certainly very interesting. I like it. There are nowhere near enough defenders to make Whetstone Gargoyle relevant. Academy Elite is a card I really like. There have to be a lot of instants or sorceries, but being able to draw a ton of or being able to loot a decent amount is okay at best. Ether Trade Winds is fun. Air Servant's insane, so it's very, very good. Brainstorm is not as good as it might be in Legacy because there's very few shuffle effects, but it's still Brainstorm. Breakthrough, not a card I'd recommend playing, but it can be okay. Compulsive Research, on the other hand, very good draw spell. Even better in Limited. Cook Claw Transmuter can be a fun little comic that can really blow people out. Dream Fracture is like the only real cancel in this format. Enclave Elite, hey, it's okay. It was okay in its original format. EOT FOF, GG. Don't need to say much else. Or, sorry, it's YL, but same thing. End of turn Factor Fiction, either good game or you lose, because Factor Fiction's great. Favorable Winds goes well with Intangible Virtue, because they're not a lot of tokens, and the ones that they are just 1/1 spirits mostly. Grixis Illusionist is okay, great for mana fixing. Jetting Glass Guy is actually quite powerful. A 4/4 flyer is very strong, and being able to counter the first speller ability is very good. Which is Emissary is annoying. It's a hexproof that can get bigger pretty fast, so it can get out of hand. And much as his Infiltrator is another card I really like. The board gets gummed up pretty fast though, so you can't rely on them that much. I don't like Miyanamo's Scroll Keeper very much. Misdirection, I mean, you probably take it for money, but you can do some fun things with Misdirection. Muzio Visionary Architect, there are a few artifacts in here, so you actually can do some fun things with him. I'm not sure how he'll be unlimited. Played Sea Strider is one of my favorite cards in Scars Meriden, but I don't think it's that good here. Plead for Power is very good. It's either Time Walk or Ancestral Recall, both of which are very good. Any looter is very good, so Scholar is very powerful. I don't like Screaming Seahawk that much because it's a 5 mana 2/2. You can do some fun things with it. I like to play Shoreline Ranger, but I don't think it's that good in this format. Split Decision, Stasis Cell, both very strong. I like them both. Oh, look, a Stifle reprint. Awesome! For you legacy players. Traveler's Cloak is basically 3 mana unblockable, which goes well with those dethroned guys we saw up there. Turn the Tide is very unplayable. I don't like it at all. Wind Dancer can be okay. Alter's Reap, it's fine. I like to play it in Innistrad, and I'm not sure how it will play out in this format. Assassinate is very powerful, very strong removal spell. Bite of the Black Crow seems really interesting. It's either Infest or Mind Rot everybody. So it really forces people to do to make some choices. This card will make you enemies. Drakestown Forgotten. It seems okay. Being able to give creatures -1/-1 at the cost of 3 mana, yeah, it is a lot. So, meh. I love Grudge Keeper too, flavor wise, or like, this is the kind of card I just want to pick because it's like, oh look, you didn't vote for me, you lose life. Mwahaha. I want to take like 8 of these, then make people vote. Ill-Gotten Gain is cute. It's I think just a legacy reprint. Infectious Horror is okay. I mean, it's very aggressive, but it'll probably die after the first attack. Liliana Spectre, very good. Flyer that makes him discard. Magus of the Mirror lets you do some certainly fun things, but it's only okay, I think. Warcry Banshee, I think, is gonna be fine in this format. Necromantic Thirst, I don't like it, to be honest. Feels very 2-for-1-y, like you just get blown out by it. Fades the Untouchable is a fun little print here as a mythic. Um, so it's kind of cute. You can't reanimate it though. Prague Rusalka, I mean it's a 1 mana 1/1 that you can sack creatures to make other creatures get -1. This seems okay, not like insane. Quag Vampires I don't like that much. Despite its very expensive removal, but it's removal. Reign of the Pint, very, very powerful. I like it a lot. Skeletal Scrying and Smallpox are cards. I'm not terribly impressed with it. Skeletal Scrying a little bit more, so it's fine. Stronghold Discipline, very aggressive card. I don't like it that much. I like Siphon Soul, because there's a lot of X2s. What am I talking about? Siphon Soul is not to creatures. I can read cards. Tragic Clip, very powerful. For obvious reasons. Twisted Abomination's okay. Typhoid Wrath is a card a lot of people I know like, and I think it's going to be fine in this format. Tyrant's Choice is only okay. Unhallowed Pact, I don't like it at all. I didn't like it in Absent Restored either. Vampire Hexmage could be okay. I'm not sure how many counters are running around. There's a few cards that have a lot of counters, so it could be quite playable. Victimize seems fun for like this sort of reanimating. Sack a creature, turn 2 creatures to the battlefield. Yeah, buddy. Wake Dancer is only okay. I don't like it that much, even if you get the Morbid trigger. Zombie Goliath is just filler. Barb Shocker, I mean, in this format where you can get milled out pretty fast, it can be a thing, but I don't like it that much. Boulder Intimidator is certainly a great way to sink your mana into a lot of things, but it could be okay. I love Brimstone Volley, very, very powerful. Charge with Cougar is okay. It seems like one of the better of the cycling ones that I think run around. I don't like Cinderwall at all. Deathforge Shaman's a good way, like if you have a million mana, it's good. Enraged Revolutionary, so okay, I mean it's a 3 mana 2/1 that I don't like it, to be honest. Flamekin, if you have enchantments, you get it +2 trample and fire breathing. That can be pretty good. You just need to have some good enchantments for it. Flowstone Blade, not exactly the best one, to be honest. Grenzo's Cutthroat, a 1/1 first strike with Dethrone. This card can get out of hand really fast. I actually like it a lot. Grenzo's Rebuttal is a very fun card. Like, you get a 4/4, and then each player chooses a permanent controlled by the player on the left. So you destroy those permanents, but you definitely lose at least a creature. So you can't count on that 4/4. Dealing half damage to everyone will make you a ton of enemies. Heckling Fiends was a card I loved to play, but it's not that good. Ignition Team, it can be fun. I don't like it that much, just because it's Like basically you're gonna get a giant 7/7, at least a 7/7 for 7. So that's pretty nice. So I think he's just gonna be another giant creature. This is one of those ones that I was saying, oh, Vampire Hexmage, Lizard Warrior reprint. Mana Geyser is a fun one if you want a million red mana. Orcish Cannonade is fine. Um, Again, there's a lot of X2, so it's actually going to be quite strong. Pitchwind Devils is good. Power Fire is very good, just because making a pinger is good. I like Scourge of the Throne. It's mythic for a reason, because it's a big flying 5/5 dragon for 6. I don't like Skitter Blizzards that much. Sulfuric Vortex, I'm surprised that they actually printed. Like, that'll make people hate you very fast. Torch Fiend is quite playable, just because it's a lot of artifacts. I don't like Treasonous Ogre that much. Or Trumpet Blast. Oh, snap, you don't get to see that. Uncontrollable Anger is not a card I like either. Vent Sentinel seems fun if you can get a bunch of them, but there's not that many defenders running around. Volcanic Fallout, very good card. And Rapid Flames is only okay. Okay, moving right on. Charging Rhino, it's fine. There's a lot of 4 power. There's a lot of 4/2s running around, so he's not like the strongest. I don't like Copperhorn Scout in this format. Echo and Courage can be a pretty big blowout. Elephant Guide's okay. Not much more than that. Elvish Aberration's fine. I think it's also a good cycler. Exploration, I mean, it can be okay in this format where there's just a lot of like green is just cast giant creatures. Like Gamekeeper, one of those things where it's like if you just draft a million giant green creatures, this card's insane. Gnarled Pack's only okay. Howling Wolf, it's a 4-mana 2/2, so that's kind of bad. But you get to search up more Howling Wolves. So you get a bunch of 4-mana 2/2s. Yay! I don't like Hunger of the Howl Pack that much. Hydra Omnivore, though, that card's Blargle. It's a 6-mana 8/8 that just crushes people. This card's insane and limited. Lead the Stampede, very good for the giant green decks. Nature's Claim, quite playable. There's a lot of enchantments and artifacts. Plaka Worm, one of my favorite 7/7s for 7. Plummet is okay. There are quite a few flyers out there. Predator's Howl is okay. I mean, like, 4 mana for 3 2/2s, that's okay at best, I suppose. I don't like Provoke that much, but that's just me. And Realm Seekers is fine. You get 3 mana, not quite Rampant Growth. Relic Crush is fine. The fact it costs 5 is okay. Respite I don't like because I don't like Fog Effects. The Courage High Elder is quite good. Scaled Worm, yeah, it's an 8 mana 7/6, so it's quite big. Sylvala's Charge, you can get like 3 or like you get. I assume just to count 2 or 3 3/3s, and for 2 3/3s for 5 is subpar. 3 3/3s for 5 is actually quite good. So this is borderline very strong. You can get this is at best a 6/6 for 4, which that is pretty strong. But I assume it to be like a 4/4 for 4, which is above curve, but I like good. I don't like Spore Cap Spider, but in this format it seems like it's really good blocker. There's the Squirrel Nest, which I think can be quite strong if you cast it early. Terracodon, very strong. It's a big 9/9 for 8. So you notice the green has a ton of these giant dorks. Like Wolfbriar Elemental. That card's very strong if you're heavy in green. And I don't like Rapid Vigor. Moving on to multicolor. Cassandra Battle Seraph, strong. Brago, strong. Dak Faden, strong. I can just go through, like, the multicolor cards are very good. Dak Duplicate's a card I like a lot. Same with Death Ritual. Decimate, not so much, because you need to have an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a land, and you want to prefer that all of these are not yours. Yeah, it's a 4-player match, so you can have it, but sketchy. Your Doppelganger, very good. Edric, very good. Extract into Darkness is, I mean, it's one of those reanimate cards, so everybody mills 2, and then you put a creature card from a graveyard, so it can be quite strong. I like Fires of Yavimaya, though I don't know how good aggressively it is. Flamewright is probably the best. Like, if you want to go defenders, you need to pick up as many Flamewrights as possible. Because that's your only hope. Obi-Wan. Grenzo Dungeon Warden is pretty cute. I think you can do some fun things with it. Magister of Worth is very strong, as are Wrath Effects. Same with Marchesa. She is triple colored, but still good. Which is a Smuggler is a very strong card in Limited, just because it's already 1 mana, 1/1 Dethrone, but you can also haste and unblockable for 3 mana. That could be quite strong. Hey, look, Mirari's Wake. That card, very good in green decks. If you need to dump a bunch of mana or something, well, Mirari's Wake lets you do it. Mortify, very good because it's unconditional removal. Pernicious Deed, very strong because it's a wrath-like effect. You can really play around it. Selvala seems also quite good if you need to just ramp into stuff. Sky Spirit seems okay. It's a 2/2 first strike for 3, so that's fine. Spiritmonger is very good. I'm glad they reprinted that one. Spontaneous Combustion, another wrath-like effect. You get to basically sack a creature with 3 or less toughness and then go boom to everything, so I like it. I like that card a lot. Wood Sage seems fine. If you can really draft repeatables, it can be really good, and it helps you search for specific cards. So I actually like it a lot. Woodbine Elemental. For each non-land attack creatures get +1/+1. Then each player draws a card. That seems okay. You get to, unfortunately, you have to commit to the attack first, but that's fine. I don't like Ether Searcher at all. Agent of Acquisitions is the typical, oh, if only I had the rest of this pack, I'd be set. So that's what he does. Altar of Dementia seems okay. Actually seems quite strong in this format, just because the format seems really slow. Canal Dredger, I misread it the first time. I thought it was like, oh, you draft it and everybody gives you what they just took. That'd be stupid. Instead, it's the last card from each booster pack. So, not as good as I thought. Corsair Purtle's insane. Very, 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 very good. Cogwork Grinder is one of my favorite cards in this set. Not because of it itself, but rather because I love this card with World Knit. Because this card plus World Knit means World Knit, this removes the cards from your card pool. And World Knit says as long as you play cards from your card pool. So basically, Cogwork Grinder, like all of the unplayables, you just shuffle, or you get rid of them, and then you have World Knit, and then you're like, wow, look at me, I'm being awesome. Cogwork Librarians can be very, very strong. I like it a lot. Cogwork Spy is also like one of those cards that I don't think it's like that good, but it makes drafting fun. I don't like Cogwork Tracker that much. Deal Broker is very, very strong. I like it a lot. I like Death Render too. Just don't put a Phage the Untouchable into play. FYI, just don't do it. I like Explorer Scope, but I'm not sure what to think of it. Fire Streaker can be very strong. He's the Juggernaut. I can't say it on my video. I can't. I love this card for some weird reason. I blame Innistrad block. Lore Seeker seems like a lot of fun. I'm going to be sitting on some random packs, so in case I ever get it, I'll just draft it. Lurking Automaton is probably going to go like 5th or 6th pick, but if you're able to get it late, like a 5-mana 7/7 or something ridiculous like that, that'd be sick. I don't like Peace Strider that much. I always like Pierce Strider better. Rayto Lantern seems actually somewhat playable based on how slow the format is. I don't like Ruined Servitor. I like Silent Arbiter. Spectral Searchlight is very much, you're almost always going to target yourself. So it's going to be, tap, add a color that you want. Build Delicate Orrery seems like a lot of fun if you're able to get it. Just like, oh, look at all this flash, blarg, blarg, blarg. This sort of Defender Sub theme shows up, but I don't like the Defender Sub theme. There's not enough to support it, I don't think. Whisper Gear Sneak is fun, I guess. Mirrodin's Core is okay. Lets you do some stuff. Polyano's, I think, very, very strong. Quicksand's okay. And Reflecting Pool, woo! I tried to keep this as short as possible, so I didn't go into as much depth. If you guys prefer an in-depth video, just leave a comment down below. Say, hey, I like it in depth more, and then I can do that. Thank you guys all for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Have a great night, and hope you guys have fun drafting Conspiracy. Bye!